I'm ready. Are you ready? Hi, and welcome to Here for the Story. I'm Shari.
And I am Lauren, and we're coming to you from the quintessential small town of Oakdale, California. This is Here for the Story, a cozy podcast about books, creativity, and connection.
Each week, we'll be sharing what we're reading, what we're working on, and chatting with authors, creatives, and fascinating people from our little corner of the world and beyond.
Today, we're going to be talking about traveling the world through a book.
And we're excited to dig into it. But first, let's do a quick check-in because it feels like we haven't checked in a long time because we're actually sticking to our regular podcasting
Yeah.
schedule, and it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
I want to know what
And
you're
there's
drinking.
always lots to go. Well,
And what? Never mind. Go ahead.
No, you can't and not say.
It was a squirrel moment.
Hold
But
on.
what are you drinking? And friends, can you share how you got your beverage today?
I got my beverage through my lovely husband. He knew I had a coffee debacle this morning. I woke up before him. We make our own cold brew, and the first, once it drops, you have to dilute it. I think that's the right word.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first few times we get coffee, we have to pour the coffee and then add water. And then eventually he fills the carafe with water so you can just go pour it
Mm-hmm.
because it makes so much concentrate. Well, today I poured it and I was like, this looks watery. And then I added more water. And so it was super watery. And I asked him, I was like, did you add the water yesterday? And he's like, yeah, I didn't tell you. And he's like, that means you get to have more. So then I made another cup before I left because we both left at different times. He brought the kids in. And then he brought me a coffee from Refuge. Shout out to my favorite coffee shop in Oakdale. So Refuge coffee, shaken brown sugar latte.
Love.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. We're twinning.
So
Mine
good.
from Refuge.
So delicious. Honestly, yeah. Anyways, so that's that.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what happened to me? Not this past weekend. I know my husband listens to the podcast, so he's going to laugh at this. One day, I asked him, can you make me a cup of coffee? And I took a sip, and I was like, this tastes like water with creamer. And he made a K-cup and forgot to put a new K-cup in.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, maybe it's just me. I had just had I don't know, a mint or a lozenge or something. So I was like, maybe it's just my own taste buds. And he tried it and he's like, nope, that's water.
Aw.
Yum. But
That's awesome.
he makes me tea every night and I get
good man.
And I get really good cups of coffee all the time. But at that time I knew when you were talking about watery coffee.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
Not the cutest.
Yes.
You know what's funny though?
What?
I also have decaf coffee too.
Okay.
But it's a brown sugar creamer, shaken espresso creamer. I don't know how that's possible, but anyway, cheers.
Cheers. Where is it from?
My house?
No, the creamer. You didn't make the creamer, did you?
It is from a big bucks company, the Bucks to the Stars.
Oh, that.
Non-dairy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I still like it. I'm still here for it. And then, do you want me to tell you what I'm reading, or do you?
I want you to tell me what you're reading because I feel like you've read many books since we last talked.
That's actually a good question. I don't think that I have.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't know. Just this morning you were telling me about books that you just started or just finished, and now I'm like, wait.
I finished Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune.
Yes.
And I have to say, I loved it. 5 stars. I'm not going to say 6 stars because I feel like people are doing that 120%.
Okay.
But top, so good. Loved it.
Yeah.
I always joke that Carly Fortune is a master at the yearning and burning. So
is it slow burn?
I don't even know. It's just
yearning.
Maybe it was slow burn, but
the payoff is
the payoff is so good, and then when it all comes together, you're just like, this is the story I needed in my life for right now. The romance and it's just so, she does magic.
And that one, did I see that? Is it correct? Is it coming into a movie?
No. Every Summer After is going to be a movie.
Also Carly.
Which is
okay.
Mine and Casey's. Casey told me about it, read it, loved it. And then I got the arc for the second book, which is the brother's story,
Okay.
and loved it. Didn't even realize I was like reading it, and I was like, I feel like because in the first book there's like a yellow boat, and
Okay.
so in the second book they're like they make mention of a yellow boat, and it sounds very familiar because it was years later that she
Mhm.
wrote the secondary follow up, and I was like, what the heck? And then because it was on a NetGalley, so
Mhm.
I had to like go back and be like, "Is this what I think it is?" And so, yeah.
Well,
So, and then, you go down the Carly Fortune train, which I've always said is a good summertime read, but yeah,
it's on my
loved it.
list.
And then I'm almost done with Bound.
Has it gotten better for
I'm
you?
I apologize to the audience and anyone that enjoys this book, but I feel like honestly, I'm only listening it. I'm listening to it. And
Yes.
maybe that's the problem,
Mm,
but I feel like I'm only listening at this point to figure out what happens
yeah.
because everyone keeps saying how good it is.
Mm.
And I'm like, maybe the end is where it gets good, but it's not for me, honestly. And then, but I've
He got
also,
too much hype for you,
I don't
maybe.
know. I have no idea. And so I was like looking up spoilers to try to see if I could like make it more enticing.
Yeah.
So I had to start another book, which is hilarious because I started listening to Sea of Charms, which comes
Yeah.
out
I can.
soon
Oh, I'm
from
jealous.
Sarah Beth Durst. And so in Direbound, her name is Marin.
Mhm.
And in the Sea of Charms book, her name is Marin.
No way.
Yeah, and I was like, "What? I
What
can't
are
get away from it."
the odds?
Yeah, I
That's
think that's
funny.
correct, unless I'm totally wrong, which would be hilarious. But it like started out, and I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
Yeah.
Like it was. She was like,
Bringing you back.
"Yeah." She was like, "You got to." It was almost like a little. It was almost like Sarah Beth Durst. She was like, "Hey, Lauren, you really should finish that other book." And then because I was just, I was like, maybe I need a contemporary romance again.
Mm.
And so I started reading one of Debony Perry's Haven River series books, Sunlight. And so I'm really like immediately hooked.
Oh,
Loved
good.
it. Loved
I
the
haven't read any
storyline.
of her modern ones.
Love the plot.
It
Love her
it
writing.
is modern, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Cool.
that was her original. Like she just swapped over to fantasy recently. So
I didn't know if it was historical
yeah.
romance or modern, but that's great.
Yeah. So
Cool.
short story long, I guess that's 4 books, but yeah.
That are
And if
all.
anyone wants to talk to me about Direbound and why they love it so much, I want to know.
You know what? I read Direbound
Oh,
recently
okay.
because I was so excited about Furybound coming
Right.
out because everybody was like, "Oh, Furybound's coming out. You got to read
Yeah.
Direbound." Da, 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 da. But I read it within a few days,
Okay.
and I also read it, didn't listen to it.
Mhm.
And I wonder sometimes I have this might be a thing that nobody can relate to, but maybe you do. If you're reading a lot of books, sometimes I feel like I'm going so quick that I'm like, did I really love that? Did I not really love
Yeah.
that? Did I just read it really fast and I can't remember if I really loved
Yeah.
it or didn't really love
That's
it?
possible.
Because I feel like I remember liking it. And I feel like I remember being excited about Furybound, but it doesn't have the same impact as some of the other books I've read recently, like A Stage Set for Villains, where
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, I have to read that
Yeah,
again.
it's like you're
So I think I liked it, and I definitely didn't DNF it, but I don't remember if it was like as amazing as I thought.
yeah, I find myself squirreling,
Yeah.
I'm like I'm grasping at straws.
Yeah.
So, that's where I'm at with it, but it's okay.
The concept is really fun. So, for our listeners who haven't read it
Yes.
and might be interested in it, if you liked Fourth Wing, it has a bonded familiar. So, like, instead of dragons, they're wolves.
Yeah.
And
And I
there
think
are
that's why a lot of people like
trials.
it.
Yeah.
But I was talking to Meg about this. I said, I wonder if I've heard so much criticism for Fourth Wing that my brain is finding that criticism in Direbound.
Possibly.
Yeah.
And you know what's another thing too that made me like it more was I listened to the episode of Fantasy Fan Reads with Lost Books of Jess,
Uh-huh.
and she interviewed the authors
Taylor
of
Sorensen?
yes.
Yeah.
And so I got to hear a little bit behind the scenes, and I feel like that always makes me like a book more
Yeah.
because you see where it kind of came from. She was a really big fan of The Golden Compass, which I told you I had reread recently, and
Yeah.
how they had their own like familiars too. And so that kind of led her there. And so I think when that comes in, when I get the backstory, I love books.
Mhm. 100% more. Maybe I should have done that.
But I still really want to read Fury Bound, but it's been out for a while now, and I haven't had a chance because of all the books
I know.
that we're
There's
reading.
so many books right now, and even
There's
today
so many
there's a lot of
books.
newer. What are you reading?
Yes. Okay. Well, mm, I I recently finished some,
Okay.
so I feel like I need to step back for a second.
Okay.
I read 3 Bags Full for our book
Book
club,
club.
which I gave it 3 stars, 3 out of 5. I really want to see the movie. We haven't seen the movie yet.
Yeah, that was a really fun book club experience.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I also just like 2 nights ago finished Rift by C.B. Woods with
Yes.
Emery Publishing. Loved. Also one of those books though that has so much world building that if you're not into figuring something out, I'd wait. If you're not into fantasy, I'd wait. If you are into fantasy and being like, oh, I want to immerse myself in this world and I want to figure out how it all
Mhm.
works, it's like chef's
So good.
kiss.
Yeah.
Amazing. Really, really excited about continuing that series.
Love that.
I also re-listened to When the Moon Hatched and Ballad of Fallen Dragons as of this recording comes out today, and I cannot wait. When the Moon Hatched was one of those books that I felt was overhyped when I read it the first time.
Okay.
But the second time I read it, because I knew how it ended, incredible.
Okay.
It's one of those books, too, for me, where I'm like, if this is your first foray into fantasy, you might not love it.
Yeah.
But if you're someone that's like really into the world building, really into the like flowery language, like it's incredibly written.
Okay.
Like really, really good. I cannot wait to read Ballad of the Falling Dragons, but I can't because I'm also reading an arc. Well, I'm reading a book to get to the arc that I just got right now. So the book that I'm currently reading is Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. Holy cow, favorite book right now. So funny. Okay, this book, this girl, she has been widowed. Her husband passed away. She ended up working in like a little house for his like uncle or something. So this old man, and then he passed away and he left his whole fortune to her. So the book opens up with her living with like her dead husband's family.
Okay.
And all of them being like, oh my gosh, she got all the money. And they like lock her in a room and they're like, she has to marry his cousin or brother or something so that like they can keep all the money in the family, right?
Okay.
Hilarious. She's like there for a few days and she decides to like, this is not a spoiler because it's literally within the first few chapters. She decides that she's going to off herself because it's better than having to marry this like
Okay.
clammy handed cousin.
Gross guy.
Yeah. And she pulls this sword and the sword goes poof and this man appears.
It's like a genie in a bottle.
Yes.
But it's a
But
sword.
he gets really mad if you call him a genie.
Okay.
And it's just the banter is hilarious. She is this character who like asks questions about everything. Like this is semi spoiler, but not really. Her and this other guy start getting so curious about the sword man that they like make him do experiments, like eat 8 pounds of porridge and then go back into the sword and he comes out and he's not full anymore. Like it's so
That's
funny
hilarious.
because every time he goes back in the sword, he heals himself. So like
Okay.
if he got hurt or if he has like whatever, they like are experimenting on him. Anyway, it's the funniest story.
Yeah.
But it's not an incredible amount of world building. This is a book that I would recommend if you're like, oh, I kind of like fantasy, but I don't want all of the world building.
Dip your
It's
toes in it.
hilarious. I've read it within a few days. I'm really excited about reading the next one, which is Daggerbound by T. Kingfisher, and that comes out in August, and I
Yeah.
have the arc for that, so I'm going to
Okay.
go straight to that.
Sweet.
But seriously, like, I haven't had a book that's made me. I was walking, listening on audiobook too, because I have it in person in an audiobook, and I literally laughed out loud.
That's awesome.
Like,
yes. That's literally like
so funny.
the best. I want that in my life all the time.
It's
I want
so
the
good.
laugh. Like I want a book to make me laugh. I want people staring at me and being like,
Yeah.
"Why are you laughing so hard?" And
Yeah.
laughter is just the best. It's
Well,
the best medicine.
And that's the thing is like, there's a lot of books that I've read too that are really funny, but they don't have a little bit of magic and whimsy to it.
Mhm.
And I'm realizing that like I really love to have a little bit of a fantasy like
Element.
aspect, but then just give me that good banter
Mhm.
where they're talking back and forth, and the audiobook is hilarious
Yeah.
because have you
Is
ever
it
listened to someone?
is it the true duology or
No, it's
true
not.
Okay.
It's this woman who does voices.
Okay.
But so you like start to really see the man as the man voice and you see her and then she does like there's other
She's
characters
that
in
good.
it too
Oh, I
and
love it.
it's so fun.
That's awesome.
Like he has a brogue, like a Scottish brogue. Obviously he's not Scottish, but like he has like a
Yeah.
different accent and then the girl doesn't. And then there's like a character called a knoll, which if you've read any of T. Kingfisher books, apparently they're like a big character within, but it's not a human. It's like something else.
Okay.
Anyway, it's just really, really
Good.
fun.
Yeah.
I have to give it I give it 5 stars.
I love it.
I'm really excited about that. And then what was the other one? Oh, and then I listened to Opposites Attract by Camilla Isley.
Oh, yes.
That one was modern romance.
Okay. You listened?
I listened to it.
Awesome.
Audiobook.
Okay.
I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It's like for me, it's like a real Hallmark
Totally.
comedy.
But good.
Yes, but good.
Yeah, like
Not like cheesy, like
No.
fun.
Yes, and in my opinion, all our
Yeah.
books are like that, where you're getting your Hallmark, but it's also unpredictable.
Mm. Yes, it reminded me a lot of Sophie Cousins.
Okay.
Because we've talked about her.
Uh-huh.
And there's like some dating involved. So it's the funniest part of it that I didn't realize in this book, Opposites Attract, which was one of where like it got really great
Yeah.
reviews. The female main character is an attorney, which we all
Oh,
know.
yeah, Shari loves a good
I
lawyer.
was like, oh no, but
Does she do a good job?
it's great. So it's funny, and the main male character is I'm gonna get this wrong. He's a psychologist or is
Okay.
a therapist. He's one of them.
Yeah.
There's a difference between a psychologist and a
Psychiatrist?
psychiatrist, yes, and I can't remember which. But anyway, they have the same building. It's just so funny, and they have like a slow burn.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
But was
loved
that
it.
one closed door?
I can't remember.
I feel like most of her books are fairly
If it wasn't,
closed door.
it was very clean if it wasn't
Yeah.
closed door. But
Yeah.
I don't remember. There might have been some spice.
Yeah. She doesn't do
Quickly.
the ones that I've read haven't been crazy,
Yeah.
which is also kind of nice. And they're like short. Like, so that was one of the first books I read of her was Heat of the Moment. And
Okay.
that was the firefighter one.
Yeah.
And I'm like you with the lawyer thing, I'm very critical of fire.
Yeah.
And so I honestly, hands down, if you can write a book about multiple careers and stuff like that, but also not get it, because there's been some where I'm like, oh, this feels a little off.
Yeah.
But when I don't know, they do their research or whatever, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a part of it too where so the type of therapy that he does is couples therapy for people, and
Okay.
she's a divorce attorney.
Okay.
And so it's really interesting coming from a background of my parents' divorce, and like she has to have done some really good research for it because it did feel very like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's also just really funny. Again, I really liked it. It's one that I would recommend to people. T. Kingfisher, also, the Sword Heart book, is very low spice too.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Okay.
one of the things that, like, I think recently I found that I do think spice is fun in a book, but it's really fun to me that I can love a book so much where like the romance takes a little bit of a backseat and the rest of the story is kind of coming around, and it just kept me page turning.
Yeah. I love that. That's awesome.
Anyway, I think
Any
that's...
others?
What else
Have you
did I read?
started book club How to Age Disgracefully?
No, that's on my next
Okay.
list. I really
Same.
want to read. Oh my gosh. I have so many books.
Yeah.
Like you just
I'm
said,
excited
we
for
have
summer.
so many books.
I'm excited to have the time because I feel like summer I always have the time. I am curious
I
though
don't.
if it's going to be hard for me to read fantasy this summer,
Yeah.
just based on
What you're feeling?
what I'm
Mood?
feeling. I don't know. We'll see. So let's dive into. Are you ready to dive into our trip around the world in a book?
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But I have a segue.
Okay, segue us.
There's something about summer that makes books feel extra transportive.
Mm-hmm. Like traveling.
Like get you in the mood for a
Yeah.
vacation. So today, since we're going to be diving into talking about traveling the world through books, and the stories that completely swept us away, a lot of my questions are in that vacation vibe, but I think it's really fun because people have just out the gate biases on what a vacation is. Like some people, their vibe of a vacation is go museums, history hunting in Europe. Some
Okay.
people are like, I want to go to the lake.
Okay.
Some people are like, there's different vibes. So I have some really fun rapid fire questions for you today.
Okay.
I'm just excited about it.
Okay.
But if you want to go with your questions first, you can, or I can go with mine. What do you think?
You go first. You go first this time.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay. We're starting out the gate with kind of an easy one.
Okay.
What is a book or a series that completely transported you somewhere else? Like you read it and then you were there. I know I have one recently that you
Yeah.
read that I'm thinking of, but I want to
Okay.
hear something else.
Recently that I read?
No, it can be at any
Okay.
time.
But you have one that you think I'm
No,
gonna say?
because you just literally talked about it on the podcast. So
Okay.
I'm like, she might bring this one up, but
Yeah.
maybe it'll be something else.
And okay, so say the question one more time.
Okay. What is a book or series that completely transported you somewhere else? Like you read it and you felt like you were there.
All of them.
Ah, love that. Okay.
Well, and
I'll take it.
I will say, like, this is the funny thing about this episode is I've actually met so many people that read and cannot picture. They cannot see, like, when someone's describing someone like weaving back and forth through a tunnel, I'm literally picturing the person, bouncing back and forth. I can picture the tunnel. I can picture the darkness. I can sometimes smell like a dank.
Yes.
Like you're in a
Yes.
tunnel. What does it smell like but there's people that are just like black and white. They
Wait, I have
can't.
a question for you.
So for me, it's all of them. Go.
When you listen to music, do you see colors?
100%.
Okay. Do you know there's a word for that?
No.
My mom and my sister have that.
I actually also see music videos.
You see music videos. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's called synesthesia. Okay. So you see colors, forms, or shapes when you're stimulated. So, like, if you're listening to a happy sound, I know what color it gives to me. Does it give you a certain color?
Possibly.
You don't know off the top of your head.
Yeah, I would have to think about it.
So when I think like happy music, like bop, it's a bop,
Yeah.
it's like yellow.
Okay. I would say pink.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. I think sunshine. That's
Yeah.
why I think yellow.
No, I like it.
But anyway, I don't want to interrupt you. Keep
No,
going.
it's perfect.
Tell me.
All of them, honestly.
All of them. Okay.
Whether I've been there before or not, if the author does a good job describing it,
Yeah.
it's almost like I know why kids like Minecraft so much because they can like build this world. And in my brain, I'm doing my own Minecraft operation where it's like white background, but then it's starting to form
Oh, that's cool.
as the author's describing things, or I'm fully immersed. Like Harry Potter, fully immersed.
Yeah.
I've never been to Europe or to a castle. I've never even seen magic, but
I think you're not alone in that.
I've never seen anyone riding a dragon, but I imagine.
See, I thought you were going to talk about Oren Steele's book where you were like, it brought me into the campfire and you were like telling me about what was going on.
That one was different in the sense that I'm trying to think of like a movie to relate it back to. Okay. There's a movie, it's a Christmas movie, I want to say. It's The Boy Called Christmas. Did you watch that one?
I don't think I have seen that one.
So the grandmas, or like bedtime stories
Okay.
with Adam Sandler, they're sitting there and the grandma starts telling the story.
Okay.
And then it takes you there.
Yeah.
Right? And you
Like
and then
Princess
you
Bride.
exactly. That is how Oren's book felt to me.
Mm.
Like I was not only in the story, but I was also at the campfire.
Yeah.
Like there were certain parts of the book where she was describing things that felt so like honestly real.
Yeah.
Like almost like I don't even know how crazy that sounds, but like it almost felt like you hear these wives' tales or whatever they're called. It felt like this was a story pulled from the truth
Yeah.
at some point. Like,
Okay,
or even like
she's just telling her grandkids about it.
that
Yeah.
was how it was feeling when I was reading Oren's book. It was
Yeah.
just like, whoa. And yeah,
I like that.
but honestly, all of them, like I can even be reading, I'm reading the one with Annie, Doris' daughter, about her CrossFit journey. And
Mm-hmm.
she talks about being in Iceland and like running to the ocean. And she's like talking about how it's dangerous and all this stuff. And I can literally picture these two blonde-headed kids in Iceland.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
I like how your brain
I
works.
do too, thank goodness, because honestly, when I was more like, "Wait, not everybody's like this?" When
Yeah.
I discovered, like, one of my good
It
friends,
shows how creative you are.
she's like, "No," she's like, "I don't like reading, I can't see anything." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "I'm sad for you," but I mean, she
Yeah.
doesn't know any different.
Yeah.
She's fine with her, but yeah.
Right. Until you describe it to her.
Yeah, all of them though. Like maybe that's why I'm having a hard time with Dire Brown right now because they're in freezing cold,
And it's not a
snowy
happy go. Yeah.
weather, and I can picture it, but
Yeah.
I'm like, "It's
I don't want to be
98 degrees
here.
outside in Oakdale, and it's windy, and it's not I almost wish it was snowing."
Yeah, maybe you need the immersive in the season books.
Maybe.
Like that would have been better for
Like,
you to
Carly
read
Fortune was
in
amazing.
January.
Yeah, okay, anyways.
Okay, this one's fun. Talk to me about a book that actually changed something in your real life. So whether that was like your perspective or your understanding of another culture, a place that you suddenly wanted to visit, food you wanted to try, or even just the way that you viewed viewed the world after. We're going on vacation. Tell me about a book.
Honestly,
All of them again.
th this is gonna be so left field on and
Oh,
people are
I'm
gonna be like,
excited.
sideways eyeball me. The book The Women by Kristen Hanna.
Oh, I haven't read it, but okay.
Is that yeah, I
Yeah,
think yeah.
it is Kristen Hanna.
So it's a Vietnam War book. I have
Yeah.
zero desire to go or travel to any of that area that it's just personally like not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was reading that book, I was so like, gosh, I wonder what it's like really like. Because I feel like I could be wrong, but I've heard from people that there's parts of Vietnam that are very still much the same.
Mm.
And a part of me feels the need to expose myself to certain things to remind myself how fortunate we are.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so when I was reading that book, they talked about having to fly in on helicopters, which I also wish I lived a life where I could just like bebop around on a helicopter. I'm gonna go other left side, like 50 Shades of Grey, where he just like takes her on a helicopter ride. I'm like, why can't this be my life? But like they like come in on a helicopter into these like war torn areas. They're trying to get people out. And I'm just kind of like fascinated because people freak out flying into San Diego airport. It's too short and they panic and all this. And I'm like, like the stuff that we have done as human beings on this earth and been able to accomplish and survive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That was one of those
Yeah. I love that.
that made me be like, I'd be interested in traveling to Vietnam.
Yeah.
I
I
know
love
that's
that.
so random.
No, it's not. Okay. Is there a fictional setting, doesn't have to be fantasy,
Hmm.
any fictional setting that you genuinely wish that you could go on a vacation on with yourself, with your friends, with your husband, with your family? Is there any place that you're like, man, I genuinely wish that existed so we could go there? Or maybe it does exist, but you've
No.
never been there.
Yeah. Well, this is like the fantasy versus real world question. Because when you think about it, like if I could go to what is it called? Like the Akatar world?
Mm-hmm.
And
Prithian.
yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I was never gonna pull that out. You go like the night court and all that. I think that would be
Yeah.
a fascinating thing to see.
Yeah.
But also I would love to also be on is it Colaris? For Rights of Starling and
Oh, yeah.
is that it?
I think that sounds right.
It feels like this island place.
It's got like all the different um
Yeah.
sub
I think it would probably be a
places.
fantasy place though too because in my brain fantasy doesn't always have tech. Like, I would much rather be in a fantasy world where there's, like, no tech, no phones, people are, like, legit fishing for their dinner or, like, eating wholesome meals or whatnot
Yeah.
versus, like, I mean, I don't I wouldn't choose a dystopian world, right? Like, and then, like, the other worlds in regular books, I feel like, okay, well, I could go there. Whereas if it's fantasy and I'm going to one of those places, I'd be transported back in time almost.
And
Which could be,
that's the
like, another
thing.
thing too, is, like, any
Yeah.
historical fiction, like, I am humbled by those experiences a lot, and so I enjoy reminding myself that we are so fortunate.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing with reading, and I think we talked about this in a recent episode about like how reading different books gives you different perspectives and it can change your whole
Mhm.
life and the way that you treat people around you and the way that you go about with your own gratitude. I love that. Okay, this is my last long
Ooh,
form question.
okay.
You have something.
No, go. You
Okay.
said long form.
Are there places that you've never visited in real life, but they feel really familiar because of your books? Like you don't even need a map because it's permanently written on your brain and you
Anywhere
could
in Europe,
tell. Yeah.
especially, like, London, England, Ireland, Italy, all those. It's funny because when we went to Italy, it shifted the perspective that I had,
Hmm.
but it also, like, matched all the
Validation.
it what is the term, like, where you, like, put something on a pedestal?
Yeah.
Like, it was so worthy of that pedestal.
Yeah. That's great. Because a
Yeah.
lot of times I feel like when you see something in real life, it doesn't meet your expectations.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Europe, all of Europe. I still haven't been to, like, London
Yeah.
and Ireland, but when we went to Italy, for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yep.
Okay. I'm giving you some rapid fires.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're traveling the globe. This or that. I'm going to try to get you to say one or the other.
Okay.
If you
Not
really have to
both.
say both, you can, but we're
Okay.
going to try to go with one or the other. Ready?
'Kay.
Beachy Kingdom or Snowy Mountain Retreat?
Snowy Mountain Retreat.
1 week in a cottagecore fantasy or 1 week glamorous high-rise modern romance in the city?
High-rise modern romance in the city.
Magical library with the bell ladder from Beating the Beast
Mhm.
or unsinkable pirate ship with unlimited supplies?
Unsinkable pirate ship. Which
Oh!
is yeah, I'm going off cart today.
No, I thought that one was really fun, especially
Yeah.
if it's unsinkable and you
Yeah.
have unlimited supplies.
Well, and I also just
But do you
started
get
I also
seasick?
just started Sea of Charms,
Oh,
and she's on a boat, and I'm like, "This sounds
yes,
great."
yes, that's
And
why.
yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
Okay, campfire dinner with the mercenaries or ballroom appetizers a la Regency era manner.
Ballroom all
Oh,
day.
I was thinking you were gonna pick campfire
Nope.
because you
Yeah.
wanted the campfire. Okay,
Uh-huh. I
all right.
know. I am a woman of many
You
layers.
are a woman. Okay, ready?
Mhm.
Italian vineyard picnic or Scottish Renaissance fair.
Are we, like, actually in a real Scottish Renaissance fair, or are we, like, modern Renaissance fair?
Whatever would float your boat, but you have to tell me.
If it was, like, real
Smelly.
ancient
Is that what we're
Renaissance.
worried about? The stink?
No, I wanna be there.
Oh, you
I
want it if it's
Yeah.
okay.
Part of me also in my brain feels like when I think about these, like this is gonna sound terrible. Okay, I'm in a fantasy world. I'm like, they've been traveling and they're so pained and they get like barely a bath and then they like hook up and I'm like, do they
Yes.
brush their teeth? How showered did they shower? Like, am I too much of a clean person now that like, because I've got questions and also
Yeah.
this is a side tangent, but unfortunately, like I've been told that people who are unhoused, they don't smell themselves anymore. So I'm like,
Mm,
did back then they just didn't smell each other? Like, didn't they
it was
just
just normal.
don't smell themselves anymore? Or do like people smell like earth and gruff versus because also like we expose our bodies to a lot. So maybe that's why we stink so bad when we like have BO. But I'm like, did the did the blacksmith just smell like iron?
Yeah.
Did you know?
Pine and cedar, which
Yeah,
was
like
like the fantasy world.
was
No,
that because he was rubbing himself down with pine needles to bristle?
maybe.
I don't know.
That,
Okay.
oh my gosh, you know what that made me think of?
What?
The, in Sword Heart that I'm reading,
Okay.
one of the guys that travels with them, he like brushes his teeth with salt and rosemary.
Yeah.
Okay, so when they like
Did you?
had that detail in there, I was like, oh yeah, I guess we didn't always have toothpaste, and like
Yeah,
that's something that like
toothbrushes.
yeah, but I just thought that was like such a fun detail, like because she was saying or he was saying
Okay,
his
we
teeth
have
are
to
always so
try this
white.
one time. We have to get like sea salt and rosemary and just like. Okay, I want our listeners to chime in.
Yes, tell me, do you want sea salt and
Do we do the
rosemary?
rosemary and sea salt toothbrushing challenge? Yes or no?
Oh, I'll
We're-
do it if you guys tell us
Tell us
we
to
need
do
to do
it.
it. We'll do it.
I honestly think this would be fantastic. Okay.
Okay, your turn.
Anyways, my turn. Wow.
Have
Okay.
at it.
How does one compare?
We just sing a song.
All right. My question.
We're taking deep breaths over here. Is
I know,
serious?
seriously.
I'm getting nervous.
What destination
Oh.
do you feel authors write best?
I mean, if we're thinking, okay, this has to lend towards like real life places, right?
I don't know. You could feel like fantasy authors write the best destinations.
Okay, well, I guess because I've read probably like hundreds of London historical romance books, I think that some of my favorite authors have done it so well that it makes me feel like you forget that there were also things that, like we talked about, like very stinky things, like
Yeah.
the modern plumbing issues and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like, I feel like I've lived
Those
in
lives.
London with, and not even every character is like a fancy one, like Bridgerton. Like, a lot of them are down and out and
Mm-hmm.
like in Vauxhall, in the like seedy underground, and like I don't know, it just seems so even though those are like for sure criminals and murderers, like I feel like, oh, I know, like I could live there.
I can do it.
I could run across the roofs and
Yeah.
like not get, taken, whatever. Like, I don't know. I love how so many different authors have done their research to the point of what it was like, but they've added their own spin on it that it feels like a real, like, I know what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about. I've never been to London either. And I'm
Yeah.
sure it has not even, definitely not like it was back in those books, but
No, but okay, sidebar question.
yes.
Do you sometimes feel like it is? Like in your mind, that's how you picture London so much?
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately, to me, it just feels all modern and like we missed the ability to
We miss the boat.
be part of it. Yeah.
We, oh gosh, I've never thought of it that way. Like we missed, but yeah.
But there's places like whenever people go to Bath and they see the houses that were filmed for Bridgerton, I'm like, wow, that's got to be weird. Like, you're walking onto a set because that's what it looks like and that's what you picture when you think of
Mm-hmm.
those. But I don't. Most of the historical romances that I've read are not like the nice,
Yeah.
beautiful mansions. Although I did backpacking in Europe when I went or when I was in law school, and I did a semester in Salzburg, and I got to go through like Mozart's house,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
which is really cool.
yeah.
And it did bring a little bit of that, like, it was my expectations weren't lowered or higher or whatever, but I was just like, this is what I pictured and this is real. And how is this like actually a real
Yeah.
place? Like, walking into his house and being like, wow, he actually lived here.
Yeah.
That's wild to me. Like, it literally doesn't feel real. It's so surreal.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know if
amazing.
I answered
I
your
always
question. I
also
forgot what
like
it was.
feel like they had so little.
Yeah.
Like we have so much stuff.
But all their antiques are like
Eh,
gilded with gold
Yeah.
and like beautiful
Yeah.
paintings and like
Everything took time to make.
it looks so meticulous and intentional and beautiful. Like, I think as an artist too, to go back to a time where like artistry was not only like you were still in a lower class if you were an artist
Mhm.
or like
Oh, for
someone
sure.
who sang or danced or whatever, but you were appreciated and people like paid money just so that you could like give that to the world. And
Yeah.
like at dinner salons, people would be talking about all of these fancy things. And I feel like some of that has kind of gotten lost because I don't think, or I'm just not in the right circles of people where like people are just sitting around talking about different artists. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
No, for sure, and I would say part of that is true. People don't even like paying for concerts.
Yeah.
Um, but, I mean, from the business side of things, it costs a lot of money to put things on,
Yep.
and, it might feel like, "Oh my gosh, this is ridiculously priced," but at the same time, like, for it to come to fruition.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I think that the arts are still beloved by some, but I think for many have just kind of like gone to the wayside in exchange of forms of entertainment that
Mhm. Oh,
take
for sure. Yeah.
less. Although I'm never going to put down any other sort of form of entertainment because I do think it all takes creativity and
Mhm.
it's a different format and I love when I was in Europe I really loved seeing the like traditional slow moving art.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. The slowness in Europe is also a thing.
It's so wonderful and you're walking everywhere.
Yeah. Whereas here, I mean, the hustle and bustle is such a thing.
I really felt like I had like a jet lag when I came back from sitting there of being like, I just want to walk everywhere. I want to go and I want to sit at like a little cafe and have a treat. And I want to walk over here and see a castle. And I want to walk over here and
Yeah.
at that, all that to say, where we live in the small town, it's so easy to get out into nature and like peacefulness in a way. Like we're not in a big city to where like you don't get any
Yeah,
space.
that's true. That's very true. All right, you ready for
Next.
the next question?
Hit me.
What book made you immediately want to book a plane ticket?
That's hard. Okay, this is a book that I read high school,
Okay.
early college. Have you ever read Memoirs of Geisha?
No, but I've heard of it.
Oh my gosh. There was one of those books where, like, you read a book in your younger years and it's like really formative and you
Yeah.
really want to read it again. So I read that when I was younger and I had just gotten back from a trip to Hawaii with family, like, we went there for Christmas, my dad and my sisters and everybody, and it just was one of those books that I was like, "Oh, I wanna be there, and I wanna learn all about the culture and the tradition of." I don't know, it's a really, really good book, I highly recommend it, I really wanna read it again, I hope that there's nothing non-PC about it because I really loved
Yeah.
it.
It's so funny because you say that, like, wanna read it again, and I'm like, I can't say there's books that I wanna read again yet
Mhm,
still, but I understand that, like, formativeness of it.
mhm, that one,
That one,
yep.
anywhere specific to where that's at? Where
So I'm
that book
pretty
is set?
sure, and I want to look this up because I can't remember. Uh, I read this book like maybe 20 years ago, but the book itself took place in Kyoto in
Okay.
a geisha district in Kyoto, Japan, um, from 1929 through World War II and its aftermath.
Okay.
And Japan is one of those places where like I don't think I'm ever going to go there because it's just so far away.
Yeah.
But funny enough, my son is so interested in Godzilla that we just watched like a really, really old Godzilla movie in Japan. And I was like, it just highlighted the part of me, that part of me that was like, wow, I would love to go there. Their culture, everything that you hear from it as an outsider is like everything's so clean and they have such wonderful cuisine and their traditions just seem so wonderful that I like would love to learn more. But the geishas in general and like what they had to go through, like, do you remember? This is terribly off topic, but the Disney movie with Mulan, and where they had to dress her up and like put the white
Yeah.
face makeup and
Yeah.
all of that stuff. So with geishas, They have their own routine and things that they had to do, and I don't know. It
Yeah,
fascinates me.
it is fascinating.
Yeah.
Any kind of other culture, to be fully honest,
Yeah,
is fascinating
true.
because I think we just go about our lives and we do certain things and it is the way it is for us,
Mhm.
but we don't realize that there's people living in other places that do it complete or do life completely different.
Yeah, totally.
So, okay, so my next question.
Yes.
Do you feel that a book can give you more of an honest experience of a place versus social media? Or
No. Yes.
do you
What?
feel like a book does a better job than social media does
Yeah.
to give you an experience?
Yes. Mainly because what I watch on social media is not anything like that.
Well, I mean, I definitely feel like tourism has a huge uptick because of social media.
True.
And so you see these highlights
True.
of these beautiful places. And even, I mean, some of my favorite reels are the one where it's like the picture versus the actuality. And it's
Reality.
like
It's really
me and this
interesting.
gorgeous waterfall. And then the reality is a long line of like a
Yeah.
100 people waiting to take that perfect picture.
You know what's funny? When you first said that, I had a completely different idea in my brain. So I was thinking, again, when I backpacked in Europe, did you ever read the Rick Steves travel
Oh, yeah.
books? Yeah. So I would like read through wherever we were going, like Prague, for
Yeah.
example. We went to Prague and I was reading, like highlighting, because
Mhm.
that's just the Virgo in me,
Yeah, I love it.
like all of the history behind it and like seeing about it. And then when I got there, everything felt so much more meaningful.
Mhm.
Versus if I feel like if I would have looked online, like you said, like at a blog or someone's Instagram of it, I think that they might have given me like the highlights, but I don't feel like what you miss on there is the rich history, which all things considered, there are people out there who are giving history to places, but
Mhm.
that's like when I'm going somewhere like historical like that, you can't get better than a book,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
On the flip side, it's really hard for me to, like, imagine what a place might look like with a waterfall, and seeing photos might be more enticing to me.
Well, that's what I was kind of thinking is, for some people, it probably is the social media. Some people have never wanted to maybe travel or see something or never even knew it existed, and then they see it on social media and they go, "Ooh, I wanna see
Yeah.
that." But I think for me, personally, the thing about a lot of books is they also give you, because you go places and there's this isolated beauty,
Mhm.
but in a book, a lot of the times they give you the entirety of it.
Yeah.
When we went to the Dolomites, people go to see the mountains,
Mhm.
but I got more like, the mountains were absolutely gorgeous, but I got more from, like, the inner line towns as you travel around the Dolomites and the people and why they do certain things there because they live on this mountain.
Yeah.
So, it's all
Makes sense.
perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that and this has kind of been our conversation with social media in general. I think that there are some things that are out there that are, like, definitely I'm so grateful for, and
Mhm.
it's beneficial, and then I think there's other things, like you said, that you're never gonna get the full
Mhm.
picture, and books can bring pictures as well, which is something that we're not really, like, cutting on, but, like, a good travel book to me is so immersive and so, like,
Mhm.
oh, yes, and
Mhm.
I love, 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 love getting perspective of people that actually live, like, a local's perspective
Mhm.
of this is why this is cool, and this is something that you should go check out, and that I don't feel like is shared on socials.
Mhm. No, for sure. I would agree.
Yay.
Yay. All right. Um, Last question.
Okay.
A place you've never been but feel connected to because of books. Very similar to your question to me,
I have, like, 800 books going through my brain right now, so I'm trying to think.
right?
Hmm.
When you first asked me, my brain went Bridgerton.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
My first thing is Prithia.
I love it. Is it because it's
Um,
close?
no, but
Because you have been reading.
because I started my reread of it, but honestly, I think I don't even know if that's what I would say. Oh, that's so hard for me.
It's kind of funny though, because I think the question has a lot of weight considering we've read so many books.
Yeah, it does because there's so many
There's so many places.
yeah. I think one of the things that I love about reading is that I really do feel like I get so connected to a town and to the people and to everything from the vegetation to the livestock to the whatever is unique to
Mhm.
that another book that just came into my brain was the Glittering Skies book, which is a fantasy that's a modern fantasy, and they're living with cloud elevators,
Yeah.
and that I want to
I wanna be there.
be there. I want to go jump
I
on a
wanna ride
cloud
a
and
cloud
go up.
elevator,
Wouldn't
yeah.
that be so cool? And but yeah, oh, that's so hard. I plead the fifth. Right. There's so many, but it's hard because I also went through a phase like an Outlander, Scottish. I have Scotland in my blood.
Mhm.
An ancestor of mine
Same.
decided to not marry somebody else and ran off with the cattle boy or something, the horse whatever trainer. She was a
Okay,
prince,
we're
like a
deep
clan
diving into this
princess.
story later in life.
Anyway, so like part of me is, oh, I kind of want to just be there because we have that in my blood. But yeah, that's all I got.
I love
I
it.
didn't answer really anything.
No, it did.
Okay.
It did. I don't remember the question,
Me neither.
so it's answered.
I got immersed.
Therefore, all right. I actually don't have any rapid fire questions for you today.
Bum, bum,
I
bum.
don't know why. I think I missed that part of the assignment because I.
Do you want me to answer my own?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Where are
Do
they?
you
And
want to
I'll
read
ask
them?
him.
Okay.
Okay. Beachy Kingdom or Snowy Mountain Retreat?
Going for the Beachy Kingdom.
Okay.
I want to be on the warm sand with fancy lemonade.
I love it. I want pine scented sir next to me on a
Pine scented sir.
pine scented sir with a fireplace cuddled in bed. Okay. 1 week in a cottage fantasy or 1 week in a glamorous high-rise modern romance in the city.
I'm really cottage core
Okay.
fantasy. That's like the dream for me. And I want to have all of the herbs
Okay.
hanging so I can make my own tea. And there's going to be a house plant, Kaz from
Okay.
the shop.
All right. How about this? It's current life,
Yes.
cottage or castle.
I'm going to say castle because when do you get to go to a castle?
Exactly. But it just switches it up. Okay. Magical library with the bell ladder or unsinkable pirate trip with unlimited supplies.
Magical library.
I like
My
it.
daughter's middle name is Belle. I just feel like.
So is mine.
Wait, what?
But I also was like,
Your
yeah,
daughter's middle name is Belle?
yeah,
Have we
Bell.
never talked about this?
No.
There.
Campfire dinner with the mercenaries or ballroom appetizers, all of Regency era.
Yeah, dude, I gotta go with the ballroom.
Right.
You gotta be in a ballroom with appetizers and Regency era. I think this is not rapid fire at all, but I'm going for it. How fun would it be to just dress up in a ball gown for a day and not have to wear it
Yeah.
all the time?
Okay, how about this?
I
Fantasy
think-
ball or historical ball? Yeah, that's the
I'm
question.
gonna say fantasy, and
Okay.
here's my reason. From my historical books, I can't help but think of how bad everybody smells in a real
See,
historical.
apparently we've needed to discuss this scent problem. That
It's
I'm
just
glad
like
I'm not the only
they-
one thinking about
nobody
this.
washes their hair.
Yeah.
They are all in like latrine
Yeah.
to go do their business.
Okay. Final one. Italian vineyard picnic or Scottish Renaissance fair?
This one's actually really hard for me. I'm gonna go with Scottish Renaissance Fair. But when I was younger, I really wanted to get married in a vineyard, but then we didn't. And then, so I had this idea of what an Italian one, but then I think it might just be really hot and like bees.
Gosh, same. Because when we go out to Lodi all the time to go wine tasting, plug for Lodi. If you've never been to California or Oakdale, go to Lodi for wine tasting. But also, it's hot and dry.
Yeah.
And so that's how I picture a lot of like my brother lives in Naples, Italy.
Mhm.
And, like, he shows me pictures, and my nephew always says this. They've lived in Japan, they've lived in Guam, they live in Naples, they've lived in Bahrain,
Oh my
and
gosh.
my nephew says this all the time. Everywhere just reminds me of California.
How funny.
Yeah, like,
Huh, 'cause of
parts
the
of
Mediterranean climate we have here?
well, not even I mean, just everything, 'cause
Yeah.
they were in Japan, which was of, like, very like, there was
Yeah.
trees and
Mhm.
greenery everywhere, but we would go up the mountain to Pinecrest, and they were like, he was like, "This feels like Japan." So, anyways,
We have a
yeah,
visitor. Okay.
okay.
Share with us.
Let us know. We're gonna let's throw this up on the net
We're gonna throw this up on the net.
and do a question,
I like it. We'll do a question box.
a
We'll
Q&A.
come back and we'll share our findings.
Yeah, and I also wanna hear from people what books they're most excited about for this fall,
Yes.
because we're gonna get through the summer. There's so much good books.
So much.
I don't think that's a proper way to say
There
that.
are so many
There's
books.
so many good books coming out this summer.
Are we
I don't
we're
know.
steepling
What
our
do I do with
fingers.
my hands? So many good books coming out this summer, but I also wanna know what people are looking forward to, because this is gonna come out June 7th, what people are looking forward to this fall
Yes.
and this summer, what books they're looking forward to.
I love that.
I wanna hear.
And as always, remember you can message us at hereforthestorypodcast@gmail.com, which we'll have in the show
Show
notes.
notes. We'll also note all of our books, and hopefully soon we're gonna be, oh, have we told them that we're gonna keep going through the summer?
Did we tell them that?
I don't know. We were not. We were gonna take a break.
Guys, we
We
were
were gonna
on a break.
we were on a break. We are gonna take a break, but we're having too much fun.
We're having too much fun, so we're not.
Yeah.
We're continuing on
Yeah.
every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks we're gonna keep chatting, and we've got some people lined up.
We have some potential should we share? No. Yes. We have maybe some surprises that we'll share at a
I
future
know.
date.
Yes. We're going to start being interactive a little bit. So we look forward
Yes.
to interacting with everybody who's been listening, and I'm excited for what is to come.
Me too.
Mhm.
All right.
All right. So,
I think that's what we have. Thanks so much
yep,
for spending time with us.
absolutely. Thank you guys always for your time, and we can't wait to hear from you. And until then,
Happy reading.
happy reading.
Bye.
Bye.